were some of the skaters that you've trained?
That skater who fell during the 1965 Autumn Games. Remember her?
Very well.
Well, I didn't train her.
It's the 1974 Golden Melon Skates Trophy for Best Sneeze during a performance. It's the 1981 Silver Cup for the best triple mid-air coffee pour going to the masked she-bear. That's the 1996 Big Pig Biathlon Cup, given to the couple who can play Go Fish while ice dancing. It seems Mr. Big Pig has won every year since it began. I had no idea he was so graceful. That must be the coveted chilling statue of immobilization. It's given to the person who can stand on ice skates in the rink without moving for the longest time. I need ice skates. I don't want my tootsies to get cold. Here's where I keep my spy gadgets. Here's where my notes go. What do you know about LaRoche?
He's kind of what you call a renaissance bug. He's in all kinds of things, especially plants. He likes to hang out at Plant World.
Thank you. Once I install the off switch into that evil... The nice ladybug would really like a rose. Do you think I could have one of yours to give her?
I'm sorry, but I can only give out a rose when an ice skater performs a perfect double sour cow.
I can gather information about the double sour cow ice skating move with this talk balloon. Can you tell me how to do a double sour cow?
Sorry, kid. I don't have a clue. But I hear that there's an ex-ice skater working somewhere at the fair.
Thank you. What do you like to do in your spare time?
Likes? Watching the hardening of gelatin. Dislikes? When the temperature goes over 80 degrees.
Here's where my notes go. I use the talk balloon. What can you tell me about Napoleon LaRoche?
He loves the plant world. The temperature is always warm there.
Yes, some like it hot. What do you know about the skating move known as the double sour cow?
I don't know anything about that. I hear the ex-skating champion, the masked she-bear, is working at the fair, though. She would know.
Thanks.
Hey, you! You cannot go in! The Wax Museum is not open yet!
Would you believe me if I told you that I had my own television show on public access called Entering the Wax Museum?
Yes, but you may not go in. And don't stand in front of that thermometer. I have to keep a close eye on it.
That's quite a thermometer.
Yes, I have to keep a very keen eye on it. If it goes above 80 degrees, the wax figures will start to melt. Then I'll have to run to the phone to call the air conditioning repair place. They put me on hold for hours. It's terribly boring.
I can't imagine. It says security. I wonder if Professor Quack has any plans to invent a good catbot.
Hey, hands off those keys. Those keys are to all the exhibits at the fair. No one can touch them but me.
What's the best part of this job?
I dunno. I never gave it much thought. Thinking hurts the brain, laddie.
I think I understand. What can you tell me about Napoleon LaRoche?
Strange little fella. He loves that plant world. He didn't want to wait for me to let him in here.
Imagine that.
I'd rather not, laddie. I don't have much of an imagination.
What do you know about the ice skating move known as the double sour cow?
Skating? I've got no time to ice skate, laddie. I've been keeping wee world safe from harm. I hear there's an ex-skating champion, the masked she-bear, working at the fair. Maybe you can talk to her.
Thank you. So what's the difference between a souvenir and a trinket?
A souvenir stirs up a memory of some place you've been before, whereas a trinket's just something you play goldfish with. Trinkets are so much cheaper than souvenirs, they're usually sold by the jar.
But aren't these souvenirs free?
Yes, but they're not free by the jar. I guess you really don't know that much about souvenirs.
Do you know anything about LaRoche?
Well, he likes strange plant experiments quite a bit. That Plant World exhibit makes him happier than a frog on a wet rock and roll star's shoulder.
That's good to know. Do you know anything about double sour cows?
I tried ice skating once, but I tripped on my neck. Had to go to one of those relaxation stations to get myself fixed up.
Well, thanks anyway.
Hold up there, sir. You have a stamp on your hand?
No, I can't say that I do.
I better stamp your hand so you can get back into the fair. There you are, sir. Have a nice day.
Thank you. Here's where my note. Can you tell me anything about LaRoche?
Well, he pays my salary. LaRoche is the owner of this restaurant.
Interesting. Do you know how to perform a double sour cow?
No? How many diving boards does it require?
Never mind.
Spy Fox, I've been waiting for you. Smelly is up to their usual bag of dirty tricks, I see.
Walter Wireless, Spy Corps' top tracking bug. Good to be working with you again, Walt.
You too, Spy Fox. The last time I ended up with a fever from being cat scratched.
Right. Sorry about that. So, you picked up a microfiche message from Dottie Dash.
That's right, but all I could make out was something regarding an off-switch activation code before the signal went dead. I've got to find Dottie Dash, Spy Fox. This must be important. The signal was traced to an exhibit in the fair called WeWorld.
WeWorld, eh? Sounds like your kind of place. Well, hop aboard, Walter, and I'll get you into this WeWorld.
I'm in there like swimwear.
Ha! That's my line.
Walter, the tracking bug here. I've got to pick up a microfiche message from Dottie Dash in WeWorld.
So, Monkey Penny, what can you tell me about LaRoche?
I've heard LaRoche has been into some odd plant experiments.
Very interesting. Say, Monkey Penny, would you know how to do a double sour cow?
That happens to be a question I don't have an answer for. Maybe you should check around the fair.
Thanks for the tip, Monkey Penny. Do you know anything about that LaRoche character, Professor Quack?
I have one word for you. Evil botanical experiments. Well, that's 3, I guess, but you get my drift.
Thanks for all of the information, Professor Quack.
Well, I've never ice skated, but I did make a spanking new pair of spy skates.
Thanks for the information, Professor Quack. It says work.
Go right in, Reginald.
Here's where my notes go. I use the talk balloons to gather information. What do you know about Napoleon LaRoche?
He's my boss, the one who owns this restaurant.
I see. Thanks very much.
Stir, stir, stir.
Do you know about the double sour cow?
You might ask an ice skater. I've heard a former champion is working at the fair.
Really? Very interesting.
Someone's in the kitchen with Dinah.
So how's it going with your evil plans for world domination, LaRoche?
It's stunningly beautiful. I thought I'd taken care of you.
Getting coughed off the throat of this dogbot is sure tough on a white tuxedo. When I catch that LaRoche, he's not only going to get a stiff sentence from the Justice Department, he's also going to get a huge bill from my dry cleaner. It's a good thing those villains haven't discovered the security breach. My escape route is still open. order to enter through that secret door into the dog butt, I'll need glasses like that bad guy was wearing and the right breath. I wasn't fast enough. I need a way to look over that bad guy's shoulder. Taffy, kiwi, and pancakes. This thing really does tell you what you've eaten, but it won't let me in, so I guess I need to eat something else. The Achilles heel door is locked up tight. Wearing these rose-colored glasses all over the fair will give me a headache. I've discovered the best part about receiving a massage from you.
What's that?
Ouch! It feels so good when it stops.
That should have you feeling lighter than air.
Have you been giving massages for very long?
Most of them are pretty short.
That's good. Ouch!
Oh yeah, your tension is just dissolving away.
Here's where my notes go. I use the talk balloons to... What can you tell me about Napoleon LaRoche?
He gets his shell popped here often. After he gets popped, you can usually find him tending to plants.
Plants, huh? Thanks for the tip.
After that, you should feel like a whole new person.
What do you know about the double sour cow ice skating move?
You look tense. Let me give you a massage. I tell you, kiddo, I did the double sour cow as the masked she-bear. In fact, that skating move is fully illustrated in the latest edition of the bi-monthly magazine Skaters Weekly in a color diagram and everything.
Color diagram? May I have that?
It's all yours, sweetie.
Thanks. That won't do me any good. That's not going to do me any good. What can you tell me about that trophy?
You don't want to hear about that.
Well, all right. If you...
It was back in my younger days as the masked she-bear. I used to cut up the ice as a famous ice skater.
Although that looks scrumptious, I think I'll pass right now. It says everything on sticks. That won't do me any good. That's not going to do me any good. That won't do me any good. Mobile Command Center. But I can't stop playing Things from Space, but... You got the second best score ever. Save.